taking a look now at the door, we do need to spend a little time treating the door. Down here I have kind of a mock-up of what I'm going to be doing. To soundproof the door, I just need to thicken it up, and I'm going to do it with a couple things. First, I still have quite a bit of this vinyl, so I'm going to lay the vinyl on the inside of the door. Then I'm going to have on a half-inch piece of sheetrock, followed by some quiet glue, and then a second layer of sheetrock. And that should do quite a bit to fortify and silence the door. In order to secure the sheetrock, I am going to be using some actually it's 2x2. I just have a couple of 1x2s here to show you. And I'm going to use this, I'm going to tack this around the side to provide a framework for the door so that it's a very secure installation, because I won't be, of course I won't be drilling, since this is a metal door, I'm not going to be drilling any dry rock screws into the door. But I will have to have some sheet metal screws to secure the framing to the door. A little later, when I'm done with that portion of the project, we can talk a little bit about additional weather stripping. You may have noticed that the door comes with some weather stripping on the bottom, and the door came pre-hung, and so it has a little weather stripping. We're going to really have to beef that up significantly, so we'll take a look at that a little bit later. So we have finished making our door modifications and have re-hung the door onto the booth. Let's take a look at how things actually shaped up. If we open up the door, you'll notice here is the construction. Again, I had a 2x2 that I put a framework, and I put that framework all the way around the structure. And then you can see here I still have some work I need to finish up here. But here you'll see the 2 layers of the half-inch sheetrock. There's some of that quiet glue in the middle. And then I ended up putting the vinyl on the outside instead of on the inside. No particular reason. I think that was just kind of an inspiration at the time. I did replace the door handles, though, with lever-activated handles, because I found with the regular round knob, since there was the sheetrock came out, it was hard to get a good grip on it. And kind of a horrifying thought would be, what if I get inside my booth and I can't get out? So this handle is really going to make it easier. And so that's basically how I built up the door. You'll notice I have filled in. I don't actually need a deadbolt on the door, so I just took some vinyl and filled up the hole, and then put a bunch of the acoustic sealant inside, so that sealed it up. We can talk a little bit about weather stripping, because again, the door really represents the weakest link of the isolation booth. And I showed you when I was outside that the pre-hung door came with this kind of vinyl weather strip on the bottom. But one of the advantages I have now that I have this 2x2 framework, it gave me the opportunity to install just a door bottom. And here is a second vinyl weather seal, weather strip on the bottom. And so what I've done is, and I've raised it up a little bit, so on the transom, what you'll see, this is the transom that came with the pre-hung door, and this is what is engaging that the vinyl seal that came with the door. But I've added this transom here so that my second transom, or my second vinyl seal, actually engages this. So I actually have 2 different weather strips on the bottoms of first on the door, and then on the bottom of this extra structure, making a very nice bottom. The pre-hung door came with some kind of generic weather stripping. I need to make this much more robust. So what I did is, again, I took some 2x2 and I tacked, drilled it all the way around the structure, from the very bottom all the way to the top. And then I went to the store and I got this weather stripping, and this is special weather stripping that is for cars and boats. I just love this stuff, and I put kind of 2 layers of it. So now when I close my door, not only does the door naturally engage the weather stripping that came with the door, but it also engages the secondary set of weather stripping. And this is a very, very tight door. I've begun to do some sound treatment inside the booth, and basically on the floating ceiling what I've done is I've just tacked on some very inexpensive, surprisingly inexpensive carpet. This is like 1/4-inch carpet. Just tacked it around and then slipped it back in, and so that really provides a really nice look to the place. I also started a little bit of finish work on this table, so I put some of the carpet there as well, and that kind of pretties it up. I'm getting ready to put the floor in, and it ends up I had some extra vinyl, so at this point let's just throw everything on the floor. I think I have one more sheet of vinyl. I think I'll throw it in, might as well use it. And after that we'll put a foam pad and some carpet, and then the very final thing for the treatment is I'm going to be hanging curtains all the way around the inside of the structure, and that will help break down the reverberation in the room, which you can hear is still pretty obnoxious. So with the carpet installed, I had some extra carpet, so I used a little adhesive to put it to the side of the door to cut down on reverberation or echo off of that door, and it also cleaned up the door. I think it looks pretty darn good. Next thing I'm going to do is hang some curtains up, and what I'm doing is I'm going to be setting 2 sets of curtains up, one in the back, one in front, and the curtains I'm going to be using are just kind of a thick cotton. There's nothing very special about them. Bought them at IKEA. And I'm going to hang them here on the back wall, on the side walls, and then also on the front walls. And that will be how I'm going to treat the echo that you're hearing in this recording right now.